Why we are learning selenium and what is selenium? What is the use of selenium and why the industry is looking for selenium, right? Yes. If you will not speak, it is not good practice. If we will speak more, then we can learn more. Got it right? Yes, yes, yes. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay. Anyone is recording this session in your side? Through in your side, please record. Okay. Also. Okay. Okay. So first, I want to share with you guys. I think we having the one WhatsApp group engineers tech hub, right? So all are my old student and some of the people from US also who already done the course in the last year and they are working in the very good company. Okay, so we having the many resources to learn the technology, but where the people are going to lack, right? So we are not going as a fresher. If you are fresher, you are getting the job, that is fine, no problem. But our level is like 4 to 5 year of experience, whatever we are going to teach you. Second thing, I will recommend you, I will told you, I can give you the way how to pick up the technology or how to learn the things, but I cannot do 100% topics one by one. I can teach you, right? This is your responsibility how to explore your knowledge. Got it right? But I am very confident whatever I am teaching you, you will get the idea how to work in your real time and how to crack the interview. But you cannot stick only one technology and all in the coming session. Second thing, if you will not do the practice, it is very difficult to. Oh, 1 second, yeah. This lady joined or not? Got it right. So got it right. So whatever. So pre-request is your Java. Just we have started the session. If you are not good in the Java, you cannot good in the Selenium. Second pre-request is your practice. You cannot do the practice like Java. Okay, you have to do practice parallelly, and I'm going to take the class in weekend, right? So you have to do practice with me. Then you will get day by day confidence. What is yes? Anyone having any doubt? Please mute in your side, all of you. Please mute. One mute button is there. Please mute in your side. Okay. So now, just I want to give the introduction for Selenium. So why we who is there? Please, can you mute in your side? I think Sweta in your side you are please mute. Okay. So now, where we are? Sorry. Actually, this my system. I need to buy new system. Yeah, this is very old system, and continuously I am repairing this, and so it's hanging much. But that is my lucky we can tell. And what else? Okay, so why we should go for automation testing? So the people who don't know manual testing, I will share my playlist, just you can go through once. But I will also start after Selenium manual testing or API testing. API testing, I'll teach you some overview of that. Okay, but main focus on the Selenium. So why the automation is required? So not only for testing profile. Now these days the automation is required for any task. If you are doing any task in the company or any profile, right, automation is required. So automation required for will provide you good productivity, right, and less time, good productivity, right, less resources. So day by day, IT is looking for you are good in the programming language. If you're having the manual, then you will stuck, right? So that's why automation is required. The client requirement. I worked in the different company also and different client also. Every client only is saying, can you automate this part? Even they have automated the mail also. We can automate mail part also. We have sending the mail some notification mail, so we have to send for that notification mail. They want to, I don't want to manual anything. I want only one click, every operation is done. So this is the client requirement in the company. Even you are they hired you for the Selenium, might we will get the different tasks. Some of the DevOps tasks will be also there if you will work with the Selenium and all. So now the task is also dynamic. We they can give any task to do. So that habit you have to make it in IT sector right now, because they are not looking you have only one skill. One skill is common for your referenced, so one programming language must be there. After learning the Java, work in the Selenium profile 2 or 3 year, or parallelly you can start to learn the Python also, because Python is require everything, right. I told you, right, automation means the Python library can automate anything. Okay, but Selenium having the some limitation. It only Selenium only automate only UI application. Okay, so why we should go for automation, right? So problem in manual testing, no reusability. You have to do regression testing, right? Just I'm giving the example how it is complicated to do regression testing. And what is the regression testing? Regression testing means, like, I have developed one application. Flipkart is, before, how is Flipkart is looking, or Facebook how it is looking. Continuously they are adding new features. They have added one features in the Facebook, like game features, right? Before it was not there. Then again they have to test whatever the previous features is there, and game features, how much time it will take, right? Previous login page, home page, right? They are going to test it, how much time it will take. It will take much time, right? Too much time. But if I will having the automation, simply we can execute regression, how much time we can save, right? So no reusability in the manual testing. More resources required, definitely resources is required, because it will take more time. Budget is also high because we having the more resources. So definitely client budget is, they have to pay more. And we having the, when you are doing the manual, so we are also doing some mistake, human. You miss some functionality, or you miss something. In the future it will come in a production. Then what will happen? We having the bug, and because of bug, we can lose our business, and it will be a loss for us. If you miss one functionality, I'll simply tell you, you will miss a payment gateway one functionality. And this payment gateway is not secure in the production, how much you will lose it. So how much testing profile is important. If you will miss in your side, it will go in the production. Then what will happen? We will lose our business. So that's why we should go for automation testing. What is automation testing? Testing an application with third party help, or automation testing tool, right? So automation testing means, I told you, right, testing or any profile. If you are, I can give you one example. Testing not only for the software, like I have a one car manufacturing company, right? After implemented that car, they are also doing the testing, right? So same thing we are going to apply with software, right? If you are develop any physical or electronic device, if you will not do the testing, simple, I can give you your a smartphone you are using. They have developed and they have given to you, they did not test the your smartphone. Might be you will get some your functionality will not work properly. So how much testing is required? If you will develop the product and they will sell to the customer, then what will happen? Many problem is there in your product, then they will lose the customer, right? They will lose the customer. So same thing we are going to apply with your real time in software industry. If you are going to develop any software, testing is required, not only for testing profile, any other profile. Like I develop, I am working in the DevOps profile. I have automated one a script. That a script will open the all 100 VMs. So again I need to test my script, right? It is working properly or not, right? It is updating the OS version something, right? So your OS version is not upgraded and I did not test properly, then what will happen? Our application will crash in your production. So testing is required. So not only automation testing, this testing will come, automation will come in your any profile. Even you can see nowadays the application development application, you can see some pop-up you are getting when you are opening any application. Some chat box pop-up is coming, that is your IE, artificial intelligence. They are asking automatically how I can help you, right? That is the IE logic is over there. So recent coming market, we also coming the AI testing also, because the application will be developed on your artificial intelligence, right? Then you have to also do AI testing, right? So many things like in the future we having the many things in the testing and automation testing. So converting manual test cases into automation script is called automation testing. Benefits: fast, reliable, reusable, comprehensive and programmable, right? So benefits, I this these are the point you can think what is the benefits of that, right? So I am giving the real time example, that is notes for your reference purpose. So introduction of Selenium. So let go to the Selenium in your website. So I already opened the Selenium site, right? So this is your official website of Selenium. Okay, this is your official website of Selenium. Before, URL is different, but recently they have changed this UI page also. So these are the Selenium's sponsors they have. So Micro Focus is also there. I'll open this because this thing I am using in my company, they are using this. So I'll also tell you what this. Okay, leave this now, UFT and all. So first we will come on that this Selenium. So Selenium is your open source. This is your official website. The people who has developed the Selenium, they having this official website. You can see we have a Selenium WebDriver, Selenium IDE and Selenium Grid. But I will tell you what is the difference between these all the things. But we having this Selenium. Selenium is what? Selenium is one library. Library means it is a jars they have given to you how to use this. We will go inside this. Okay, so you can see Selenium. So Selenium supporting the different language: Ruby, Java, Python, C Sharp, JavaScript. Got it right? So these are the, so if you will go inside this Selenium, inside this API doc, got it right? You can see these are the library they have given to you and how to use this library. Got it right? So these are the packages, right? Java packages. You can see whatever we have learned in your Java. You can see if you will click on this action, actions is a class. Now you have to learn what is the use of action class, and you have to use in your validation. Got it right? Not only action, you can see we having the many interface. If I will go in this, frequently we are using this package. Inside this package we having the interface capability. These are the list of the interface. If you know what is the interface, right? So it is very, and just here they have given to us how to use this interface. I can give you one example of WebDriver. So WebDriver is your interface. We having the all the implementation of these classes. So today I discuss the interface, right? So here we have to only know how to, what is the use of these classes. Okay, where we can use for validation purpose for this, sorry, this methods, right? This method or this interface. So this is the Selenium only. This is your free open source, right? This is your open source tool. The people are telling the tools, but it is not a tools, it is a library, right? So how to use this? So we can uh, download this jars. I think this is your alpha version. So this is still not a stable 4.0. So still they are working on this. So we can download this simple here. From here we can download these jars. Why it is not opening? Let me. They have recently changed or what? Okay, this download. It is coming in this page. Again they have changed. 1 second. From where we are downloading these jars? Only here, right? But it is coming in the different. Oh, sorry, yaar. I'm clicking on Ruby. Okay, sorry. So we have to click on this, right? So when you will download this jar, see. So this is your zip folder. When you will download this, so we will get this zip folder. I will tell you in the coming session. Just I am going to tell you what is Selenium. Selenium is nothing but one library. They have given to use this all the jars to use our automate our web application. That's it. So if you will unzip this file, it already there in my system. Let me check where I kept this. So where is this? Okay, you can see you can get these jars, right? You can get this bunch of the jars, right? So simply what you have to do, you have to import all the jars in your Eclipse editor. I will tell you all the steps how to do that in the coming session, and we can use all these things right in the jars. Got it, right? When you will import these jars, if you will configure in your Eclipse, all the this library is there on your system, and we can call this all this, you know, interface class methods. As per the validation we can use this. So this is your Selenium only. Understood, right? So just we have documented this. Selenium is an umbrella project for the range of the tools and library that enable and support the automation of the web browser. Selenium is a free open source automated testing suite for web application across the different browser and platform. So Selenium is applicable for all the browsers and OS, different OS. So Selenium is not just a single tools. Oh, but it's a suite of the software. Why this is called suite of the software? Inside this Selenium, we can integrate multiple software as well, like TestNG, right? Maven, right? We can use with Git, we can use with Jenkins, right? So we can integrate multiple software inside this, Selenium. We can integrate. So it support many language like Java, JavaScript, C Sharp, Python, Ruby. We have already shown you on the official document, right? All the this language it is supporting. We can perform cross-browser testing. So cross-browser testing, one topic is there. So by using the cross-browser testing means one application we have to launch in the different browser. That is called cross-browser testing. But coming session we will learn. This is the good topic, and we will give you the code, but it will take time. We will teach you in your test ng, right? So okay, so we can perform the cross browser testing like their latest version. We can use Firefox, Chrome, IE, Safari and Opera. Your question is why we are doing the cross browser testing, right? So new version of Chrome is coming, or new version of Firefox is coming, or Opera is coming, or Safari is coming, but users are using all the version, right? If you will not test this all the version in your application, might be your application is not working properly in the latest version of the Chrome browser. again the defect will come in your production, right? So that's why we need to also do the cross browser testing. Okay, it support the entire platform like Windows, Unix, Linux, and Apple. Got it right? So this will support all this. So very good tools, very good library, Selenium. Okay, there is no compatibility problem with there in the Selenium. Whatever they have a job means automating this UI, perfect library for UI automation for Selenium. And we have a huge library. So it is invented in 2004 by Jason Huggins and team. So before it was the JavaScript functional tester name was there, but they have changed because the people having the open source, but they are also open source means how they are earning the money, right? Because see another software and tools also they are trying to integrate Selenium stuff in the different software, right? This is the open source how they are earning the money. I told you, right? Many sponsors are there for Selenium, right? So opens browser and integrate with the framework built originally through the work and web testing tool or API, right? So these are the whatever we have learned, just we have documented. I have shown you, right? Support for the cross browser testing, multiple operating systems. So these are the repeated thing. Introduction of WebDriver, right? So what is the WebDriver? So WebDriver I'm not going to teach you now, so I will tell you this WebDriver, right? So WebDriver is your an interface. Here this is the Selenium WebDriver. We'll go back. This is your Selenium WebDriver IE, and this is the first interview question. What is the difference between Selenium WebDriver, Selenium IE, and Selenium Grid? Here we will explore Selenium WebDriver. These two tools are not using frequently, but in the interview they will ask to you what is the use of this. Okay, so now this is your Selenium WebDriver. In the technical word, WebDriver is an interface, right? Okay, so Selenium having the compatibility with many tools. Well, example of Auto-IT. So here I did not written all the things regarding the WebDriver, but coming session we will explore this. So we can, I told you, right? We can implement and we can integrate with the different tools with Selenium. Okay. So Selenium support a broad range of the browser technology and platform. So whatever we have learned here, open source, web, automated testing, multiple OS, multiple browser, multiple language, and multiple framework. So Selenium also having the multiple framework. Framework means we can integrate like we have a one application. That application you have also automate some of the window part, window west testing. So we can integrate with Selenium. In one application, you have to also automate for UI, you have to also automate for mobile testing, you have also automate for API testing in the one framework. So they have integrated all the library. So that's why I have written multiple frameworks. Got it, right? So Selenium has a four component. So Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. So this is the first question. What is the difference between how many components having the Selenium? So Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. So we are using frequently Selenium WebDriver. Before it was 2.5 or 2 Selenium is there, but they have upgraded many things in the Selenium 3, so we are using the Selenium 3 frequently. Okay, just you can read once. Sometime the interviewer is asking what is the difference. I will tell you the later what is the difference between Selenium 2 and Selenium 3. This is one assignment for you. Just you can search on the Google and you can make it that what is the difference between Selenium 2 and Selenium 3. Okay, so Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, and Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so what is the Selenium IDE? So these are the having the disadvantage. That's why we are not using Selenium IDE. The first disadvantage is it is used only for Firefox. It is available only for Firefox. We cannot test in the another browser, right? This is the one disadvantage. Inside this, we having the record. We can record data script inside this Selenium IDE in Firefox only. Selenium ID doesn't have a reporting features. Okay, so we can create a, you know, very good reporting features having the in the TestNG by default having, but if you will use in IDE, we don't have a reporting features, and that is very important for us. We need to provide this report to our client, how many test cases pass and failed and all. Got it right? So we don't have this. It doesn't support the parallel execution. So cross browser testing I was telling, right? So one application you have to multiple, you have to execute in the different browser at a time. Okay, so parallel execution and cross browser testing means, cross browser means Firefox, one application I'm going to launch like Flipkart, right? Or any application. So it will launch in the Chrome browser, close it, then Firefox close it. But parallel execution means it will execute parallelly. At a time, it will open all the three browsers, open and close. So it is not supporting. This is the another disadvantage. It doesn't support the remote execution. You have to provide the external server. So we don't have a remote execution, right? So these are the disadvantage for Selenium IDE. What is the disadvantage for Selenium RC? So these are the another interview question. It it is not it is not a another tool or plugin. So here we cannot, it is like a library only like Selenium, but we having also that some disadvantage. ID is having one type of the tools. It is a library like Selenium but contains several packages, classes and interface and method. It support almost all the browsers, all the things are same, but the problem is here we can easily integrate RC with TestNG. Means here we can also provide TestNG in the another software or tools which is used to integrate in the Selenium, and TestNG is the heart of Selenium. Okay, so in the real time we are not using main method, we use only TestNG to automate our application or when we are working in the real time. So it is also in that if you have a TestNG, and it will provide a good reporting features also. Okay, we can do execution in parallel with help of TestNG. So here we can also perform the, you know, parallel execution. We can pass the multiple parameter, data driven and all these features. So data driven, what is the data driven? We will learn in the coming session. Data driven means we are taking the data from the Excel sheet or data provider. Okay, so this can also be can perform, but we having the some limitation. Okay, in Selenium RC also it is generally interact with server. Okay, what you have to do, Selenium RC you have to provide the external server to communicate the browser. That is the another challenging work. Okay, so that is the limitation for the Selenium. When we are writing the WebDriver equal to new Firefox, we are not providing any server, it will directly communicate with remote server. But here you have to provide the external server to communicate with our browser. That is the another big configuration to do, right? So that is the big disadvantage for that. It is generally interact with several server. Sorry, it means every time we run the script, it will send to request to the server, and server will communicate with web browser. Okay, Selenium RC doesn't direct does not have some of the sentence or mistakes, so you guys can correct it. Okay, so communication with browser server. Okay, it will not communicate directly, I told you, right? But Selenium WebDriver, it will communicate with directly, so we have to use Selenium server. So that's why what will happen, your execution is also slow. Got it right? So WebDriver, but we have a WebDriver we can communicate with directly. If you will communicate with directly, it will definitely it will uh, take less time. You have a direct flight, right? Your home to direct flight, it will take less time. If you will go via, right, I have to go Patna, I have to land Delhi, then again I have to go Patna, right? It will take more time, right? Got it right? So same thing happen here. If I will get direct flight to Patna, it will take less time. So Selenium WebDriver having the direct communication with browser, but here we have to provide the another external server, so it will take more time. Execution is slow. Okay, so another tools is your Selenium Grid. So it is how to use this Selenium Grid by using the Selenium RC. So we have already disadvantage of Selenium RC, right? So to run, so by using the Selenium Grid, we can run the parallel execution. But again, we have to integrate with Selenium RC. But Selenium RC having the already we having the problem with Selenium RC, right? To different machine and different or browser for all the time. So parallel execution means running the multiple test at once. So here they will ask you the first question, what is the difference between Selenium RC, Selenium Grid, or Selenium WebDriver, Selenium IDE. So this is your first interview question, and they will tell you how many components are there in the Selenium, why we use the Selenium. So we are going as experience level, so we cannot expect what is this Selenium and all. They will not ask you the in interview, because we are going as experience, not a fresher. So you have to give the technical answer, not as a like a fresher. Means you have to in the front of the people are able to understand you already worked on the Selenium. So we have to made our application. Learning is not a big deal, but you can think why this is going to happen, why we are using this. If I will use this, what is the advantage of this? If you will think like that, you can explore your knowledge. Okay, so next topic is your object identification, or finding the element on the web page, because we are going to do validation. The people who is tester, I want to you know just explore something. You can take any website, so I'm going to take this Amazon. Okay, so how to do testing for this application? I join my company. Okay, this is the application. Okay, this is the application, and my manager told me, hey, start the testing for this. What is your approach? You are, everything is the new. What is the approach for this? The people who is already worked, I'm expecting the guys you can give the answer. This is the application, and you join in the company. What is your approach for this testing of this application? You are new in the company, and they have given this application to test this. How to test this application? Hey, testers, you guys are tester already working. What is your approach? I'm not going to tell you what is the correct approach. I'm going to tell you what is your approach, how to test this application. Dasri, I'm expecting the question from you, or any others people who is working, already working in your same profile. Yes. Yeah, this is the one application. If you join in the company, and your manager will tell you this application we need to test it, how to start the testing. Okay. Mhm. Okay, your voice is breaking. So, okay, thank you. You are giving the answer nice. Okay, so your voice is breaking. So I will tell you when you will, because the some of the people they did not work in the real time. So I will tell you when you will join in the company, what you have to do, and where the automation is starting. Your automation testing where is going to start. We cannot start the automation directly. Okay, so where we can start from your automation testing, right? Okay, so let me give you some example. Okay, so this is how we are going to start our software or testing profile. So if you will, this is the new application and deploy in the this application is developed. So how this will start your software development, testing, and till your production release. How the software industry is working. Okay, so what will happen? We have a requirement gathering phase. So we having the different phase. So I'm just going to show you this SDLC. uh, okay, this is your SDLC. So we having the six phase. One is your requirement and initial phase, analysis phase, designing phase, coding phase, testing phase, delivery and maintenance phase. Got it right? So requirement and initial phase, what will happen? Okay, gather the requirement from the client. I am the client of this application. This application is not developed at. Okay, so I was the client of this Amazon, and I have given the this I connected with TCS or any other company, software company. So what will happen? I will give you the requirement. Okay, gather the requirement from the client. So this is the task of the first task. The software industry or any company, he will the TCS people will connect with me. They having the meeting, or I am also starting the business, so I am not alone to start this business. In my side also, some few people are there, they are also technical. I am not technical, some of the people are technical and non-technical also in business, right? So I have given this requirement. So how to the I will give all the requirement. So every company having the roles: business analyst, engagement manager. So this is the job of business analyst, will connect with me, and they will gather all the requirement. Just I am giving the overview of this. If I will go directly, be having the many things in your manual testing. Okay, so now this is your business analyst gather all the requirement. So they having the some documentation, you can see functional requirement and specification documentation, business requirement and specification documentation, client requirement. So we having the different name, but we having the one document that is called SRC, FRC, or BRS or BBD. As per the company, they are using this own templates. Okay, so now this template, right, predefined template format which is used for gather the total requirement. This requirement is gathered. Now, after gathering the requirement, we having the different phase that is called analysis phase. Because if you have a requirement, we have to analyze we are able to do or not, and what is the feasibility of this, right? What is the feasibility of this, right? And we have to make the budget. We have to make the budget and all, right? As per the requirement, how many resources required, what technology required to develop this application, right? So this is your another phase of analysis. After everything is done, so these are the things just I have given the overview. Okay, I'm not going to explain. Then we having the designing phase will come in the picture. Designing phase. So in designing phase, how we will design the software? They having the senior developer, they having the 20-year or 15-year experience who is working on that. They will design how this software is look like. Got it right? How this software is look like, and this template, this designing architecture, I will also show to the customer, because we are following agile process. What is the agile? Agile means we are doing the continuous development and testing. Every time we will connect with the client. Hey, this is look, I have to give the demo. This software is look like that. Okay. The client is okay for that. If they having the some changes, we will do the changes. Okay, we will take the comment and we will do the changes. Again, I will connect with our client, and client will also look like this. This software is good to go or not, and we can good to go or not your designing phase. If it is a good to go, then we can go for development phase. Okay, designing phase. Now we having the development or coding phase. Okay, developing code for the client. So now development is started. Okay, while developing the application, developer. So developer, so how they will develop this application? You see how much this big application. Just I'm giving the example. So they having the 40 developer, they are handling this application because this is the very big application. 40 developer having the, I am not going to take 40, we can take 20 developer. Every developer having the one modules. So one team, five people. So they are developing one module for, like we can take the this simple, grocery and all this things, right? We in Amazon we have a many things. So they have divided the work, right? So that is called one modules they have developed, like they have developed one modules. First modules is your registration page or login page. I can give you one example. And second, the people are developing this order, how this order and this cart is work, right? So while developing the application, they are doing unit testing. Unit testing means high level of the testing. Unit testing means if developer if developer will enter this login page is not working, then how to test this? So in the real time we have different phases. So one phase is your uh, what I can take this one. One phase is your development environment. One phase is your testing environment. One phase is your stage environment, and one phase is your production environment. These are the phases in the software industry. Might be sometime staging is not there. They are directly deploying the software in your production. Okay. So this is your development phase. This is your testing phase. This is your staging phase, and this is your production phase. Now Amazon is developed. All the application is integrated. And developer has done unit testing. Unit testing is nothing but we are testing the functionality of the code, not UI part. Validation we are testing. So developer will test this order logic is working fine or not. Okay, using different unit testing tools are there. So they are using JUnit. So they will test this logic, whatever the logic I have developed, it is working out fine. Tester is testing this functionality is working or not, this UI. Okay, this functionality is working or not. I'm not testing this logic is working or not. Developer job is there to logic, how to test the logic and all. Tester job is there to validate all the things. Got it right? So everything my software is developed. Actually, that software will be developed module wise. We have to also test. So where it is? One second. Where is my diagram? So one modules they have developed now. So we are following agile process. I will tell you the what is the difference between agile and waterfall. So mostly company 95, 96, or we can tell 99 companies using agile methodology to develop the software. Okay. So be in Amazon be having the 100 modules. So what they can do, if they have developed the one modules, they have deployed in the testing phase. Another module they have deployed in the testing phase. The tester people will not simply sitting, right? One module is developed, tester is start testing. So when this developer is develop the application, they will make exe file, okay, exe file, and they will deploy this software. It is called, so this file is called build, software build. Got it right? This file is called software build. Okay, what is the software build? So this is your build release. This release in your testing environment, and they will deploy this application here. Okay, they will deploy, we can tell the deploy. Then tester, what is the job of the tester? First tester will do this, requirement will come, requirement, you have to understand the requirement, this requirement documentation, right? As per the requirement documentation, you have to start your testing. You have to understand this module, what actually, and you have to do the testing. What you have to do, first you have to find your test scenario, then you have to write the test cases, right? You have to do scenario, this all the, what is the test scenario, what is the test cases. Again I have to move completely in your manual part. So just I am giving the overview of now, but I will also start the manual testing in the coming days, so I will inform you regarding manual testing batch. So from there we are going to explore all the manual part. Okay, so now where you can write this, so be having the one templates. So we can use any template. Okay, so this is my test scenario, this is my one test scenario, verify login page. Then I have written all this, you can see I have written all the steps for validating the login page here. So this is your manual testing. So what testing you have to do? First we will do a smoke testing. Okay, first we have to do a smoke testing. One second. When we are getting the fresh build, when I will tell you the build, what you will think? Then first we will do a smoke testing. A smoke testing means first build. It is not which is fresh new build, right? So we will do a smoke testing. Okay. Then we can later we can start your functional testing and all. So first is your smoke testing we can do, and one more testing is there, that is called sanity testing. Okay, what is the difference between a smoke testing and sanity testing? The people are completely confused this. This is the fresh build we are getting and testing this. Then what will happen? This module 1, again I have shown you the client, that client is telling no, I want some requirement, what I want to some changes with module 1. So developer again he did changing. Again what will happen after changing this, again it will deploy in the testing phase. Then again the tester will test this. So this build is old build. In old build we have a new functionality and we have a old functionality, right? New and old functionality. So this is called sanity testing. Okay, old build plus new. No, old build is new, but new functionality with old functionality we need to test both. So this is the first stage of the testing you have to do. Now this software is developed, everything is deployed in the testing. Testing is completely done, and it will come in the staging portal. A staging is the copied from like the production. Means this is what is the staging. This is the a interview question, and this question the people will ask, are you? They will check are you real working or not. What is the job of a staging portal? Your question is, hey, I have done this testing in testing environment. What is the use of this staging portal? A staging portal completely behaves like the production portal, but testing portal will not completely behaves like the production portal. This is the means we are testing production portal, but we are testing, but here in the sorry, a staging portal, but in the production portal, who will use my software? Users, right? So how much testing is required? If we will miss something, then we have a huge loss. Now this Amazon is developed, got it right, and the people are using deploy, what will happen? Everything is done. Your Because in the first phase, this all this how to writing the test cases and all everything is completed. Got it right? Everything is completed. Okay. Now you join in the company. I told you right when what is your roles and responsibility. So might be some of the application is completely new. How to start your testing? So you have to check this application is already developed or developing. So this I already told you this application is developed. No, that application is new. In the new, we are not directly jump in the automation. First you have to do manual testing. Manual testing must be required, and mostly some of the company, product based company, they believe on the manual testing only. So manual is mandatory, manual is always there, but you have to know also automation. So this application is now developed. So everything is there, test cases, everything is there. Again, the client requirement will come. I told you right in Amazon how this before Amazon Pay was not there. Then he came and asked me to I want to join. I want to add one more feature that is called Amazon Pay. Then again, they have developed the application. They have integrated this application. We will do a smoke testing, right? A smoke testing again we will test it is fine or not, deploy in the staging and a stage. So what will happen, we need to run this regression for all these test cases. Your question is what is the regression testing? Functional testing. So while validating this application and writing the test cases and validating this application, this is called your functional testing. Okay, so functional testing, I will check verify this login page is working fine or not. I have checked this login page and all. But again, what will happen? They have added some new features inside this login function. So you have to again test right everything. Then your automation will come in the picture when we are going to do regression testing. Regression testing means we are checking the functionality, old functionality with new functionality. That is called regression testing. If you will not do automation testing, then what will happen? How much time it will take to, this is how much big application, how much time it will take to automate or validate all the, functionality. Got it right? From here, the automation will come in the picture while doing the regression testing. Okay, so from where automation will start, I have told you. So how to validate? You have to test this application, right? So like I am going to test this application. So I will search something. Okay, so this is your, you have to test this this search box. Okay, how to test this? I'm searching mobile. So it will display all this mobile. So this is your positive testing, right? If you will search with a specific name of this mobile, right? What is the specific name is this mobile? You can take this like that. So I'm search. What is your agenda? Your agenda is searching this, right? So whatever, like it is searching all this type of this mobile is coming. So you have to test this search button is working fine or not. If I will write something, if I will search, okay, this is taking that. So this is your negative testing. If someone, I don't know why it is searching. No, it is not searching, it is taking this notification item. Okay, you can see no result found. So what is your validation? So this is your manual testing whatever we are doing. So same thing we will do from automation. Okay, so just I think this is my account only. One second, I will log out. Array yaar, 1 second, I will log out this. So now what is the object identification? So simply you have to test this. So if I will test this login functionality, if I will click this is the negative testing. If I will do something, you can see there was an error. We cannot find this account, right? So this is the one validation or manual testing we are doing. But how to how to do automation. So this is your, you can tell this is your object, or you can tell this is your element. So I am going to inspect this element. Okay, how to inspect this element? So this is the Chrome browser. So you can see, if I will do right click, we are getting inspect, right? If we will do inspect this, now you can see something, it is coming, this code, this all the code is your UI code. Okay, so this UI we need to validate. Okay, this is the one way. You can press F12, it will also inspect this. Okay, we will get this, right? Got it, right? This doc, my question is how to interact with my code, how to interact with this web application from automation, right? Manual we are doing, but how to interact with. So what we can do, we can find this. You can I want to inspect this element. You can see now it is highlighting. So we can find the a specific element or object which is available on the web page, and we will write the XPath, and we will write the Selenium code to perform the operation on the web page. That is called object identification. Okay, so let's go. In all Selenium tools, object identification can be done using the locators. Okay, what is the locators? I will show you the locators. Locators, be having the multiple locators. You can see these are called your locators. Okay, we have a XPath, we have a CSS selector, link text, partial link text. These are the locators. So I will come on that locator part. Okay, so this, so by using this locator, I'll give you an example here. So how to validate this? Actually, I don't copy this. Just I want to show you. And after pressing right click or F12, you have to press Control F. If I will press Control F, you can see one tab is coming here. This element is highlighting, right? This one locator is there, that is called ID. ID is also one locators. Okay, I'll give you the list of the locators, and I will tell you how to find this element. This is your 80% job is completed if you will learn how to find the XPath. That's it. That's it. That is the big challenges when you will start your testing. Another challenge is your Java concept. If you know the Java, there is no challenge. If you don't know the Java, you have a challenge. So this will learn how to find this. Okay, so how to find? By using the locator. Okay, so that thing I have written. Locators are written by using looking for as a HTML code, right? So be having the HTML code. The locators can be terminated as an address that identify the web page element uniquely within the web page. Locators are HTML properties on the web page, right? So elements of a group of elements are considered as a web page. Yeah, group of element is called web page, and group of web page considered as a one application. Okay, so just I have given the example of this link, drop down, and radio button. I can show you, I have some dummy HTML code. So let me actually that not this. So 1 second. So you will get some overview of HTML tag, what actually it is. Okay, so this is your HTML code. Okay, so just I want to copy this. You should not learn this HTML, just I want to copy this, so you will get some idea actually what I want to tell you. Copy full web path. Okay, so this is, I have developed this page. Okay, so this is your HTML. If I will inspect this same thing, you can see, right? So I'm highlighting, like I have to select this one. Okay, so now I'm not writing this code now, just I want to show you. So I have to select this one. So this is simple HTML code. which is develop, you can develop yourself also. So I will tell you, see, I am finding this element, right? So these are the HTML and these are the object. Okay, so this is your called object identification. So now I'm going to stop your session. From tomorrow we will start locators and how to find XPath. So don't miss 2 and 3 classes. That is very important for XPath topic, and we will learn many things inside this XPath. If you are good in the XPath, you will feel it is a very, Selenium is very easy. And writing the code, that is also, you will enjoy if you know the Java. Definitely. So locators, I think we have to spend 1, 2, or 3 days with this XPath with locator. So this is the first part, how to find the element, and also be having the many things in the Selenium. I told you, right, in my session little bit I'm taking the time, giving the time to the practice, and for big days I'm not able to take the class because